This good morning everyone, and good evening to those who are in US. Okay, so yesterday we had a demo session from the same time 8 to 9. So today I will be starting with computer fundamentals. Okay. All right. So before starting the testing concepts, first I would like to cover some computer fundamentals. As we have some people from non-computers background, I'd like to start. For every batch I will cover these computer fundamentals. So we'll discuss this and then we'll start testing concepts. Okay. We'll start with software development lifecycle, testing lifecycle, and then I'll be starting performance testing. So under computer fundamentals, I named this slide as know your computer. So generally KYC stands for know your client, right? So as that letter is matching, I used it as, I named it as, I rephrased it as know your computer. Anyways, so first thing is, what is operating system? So what is an operating system? If someone asks you to define operating system, what is an operating system, guys? So please be interactive. Please respond, yes. Yes, what is an operating system? Priyanka, Radhika, Vamsi.
Heart of when without operating system, it computer won't work.
Okay. Any other answer? Anyone else? Yes, any other answer? Do a Google search and tell me. Let me answer. So what is an operating system, guys? It is a system software, right? It is a system software that manages the computer hardware, right? Software resources and provides interface between the user and the computer, right? So that is an operating system. And how to check your system configuration? So I believe like most of you, all of you joined through your laptop, right? So if not, please join from laptop from tomorrow. So how to check your system configuration?
From system properties.
Yeah, can you check that and ping it in the Zoom chat?
Actually, I had joined from my phone. Just a minute. Let me join through the laptop.
Yes. So when you say system configuration, what does that mean, guys?
It will show your operating system, configuration of your system, like 64 bit your
Right.
or
Your CPU
32 bit.
configuration. Yeah.
Yes,
So what
yes.
is the operating system and what is your CPU
What is
configuration?
wrong? Yes.
Available RAM size, right? Disk
Yeah.
size and all this, isn't it? So please share those details. Check that and share those details. Okay, Intel i7 processor, right? So I got one response from Radhika. Next, I'm waiting from others, guys.
256 GB SSD.
Right. So your system configuration is i7 processor, 12 GB
Yes.
RAM, and 256 GB SSD. So
Yes.
one more important thing is there. Which generation processor is that?
I'll check it and tell you.
Huh? What is the processor generation? Okay. So let me show you how to quickly check this. Okay. You are able to see my screen, right? I'm opening Task Manager. You can simply open Task Manager, right? and go to performance tab, right? Under task manager, go to performance tab, guys. Everyone, please do that. And this is a quicker way, easiest way to check the system configuration. Okay. So go to CPU and observe here. See here, mine is an i7 processor, as you can see here, right? Mine is an i7 processor. Okay, hold on. So spotlight is somehow not working. 1 second. Oh, yeah. See here, mine is an i7 processor, and this number indicates generation. You have, after i7, there is some number, right? What is my processor generation now? Guys, are you able to follow, guys? So this number indicates your processor generation.
i7 9th.
Right, 9th generation processor. This is a i7 9th generation processor. Clear? And this is the clock speed of my processor. Right? This is the clock speed of my processor, 2.6 gigahertz. Right? If you are taking running notes, please note it down. Gigahertz. Okay. And this is about my processor. And how about RAM? Right? So this is my RAM configuration, 16 GB RAM. Right? And then this is my disk capacity, right? This is as actually 1 TB SSD actually. Okay, you can see it over here. You can see it over here, right? Capacity is 954 GB. So it's actually 1 TB, but it will not show the complete capacity because operating system and booting, like all those will occupy some memory. So that's why it will show, it will show a closest number. Clear, guys? So this is an easiest way to check your system configuration. Okay. So Priyanka shared the details, like her processor is i5, 8 GB RAM, 64-bit OS. One more reason that I want you to check it in the demo session itself is, so you will have to, like, you should have at least like 8 GB RAM on your machine. See, 16 GB is recommended, but minimum is 8 GB for the training. Okay. So if you are, whether you are learning load runner or JMeter, so you should be having at least 8 GB of RAM. That is another reason why I am checking these details. So that, though if anyone is having only 4 GB RAM, you need to upgrade. Upgrade to at least 8 GB. Clear, guys?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So another way to check the system configuration details is right click on this PC on your desktop, or if you open a file explorer or Windows Explorer. So you'll have this PC, right? This PC or your system name, isn't it? So you can right click over here and click on properties, right? Otherwise, you can go to the desktop and right click on this PC and properties, right? And in Windows operating system, when we right click on it anywhere, when we right click the window that appears when we right click, right? This window has a certain name, right? What is that name, guys? Anyone? What is the name of this window that appeared when we right click on the Windows operating system? Guys, this window, I'm talking about this window. So when we right click on this PC or anywhere in Windows OS, right? So we get this
No.
this window. What is this window called as? Okay. So this window is called as context menu. Okay, please note it. This is called as context menu. Hold on 1 second, guys. So this is your document name. I will share this as a class notes to you. So what did we discuss today, guys? First one, gigahertz, right? You remember that? Hey, sorry. What is GHG?
Gigahertz.
Gigahertz.
What is this gigahertz?
No.
What is this gigahertz? Speed of what?
Your operating system.
Speed of the processor
A
on my machine.
CPU.
That is the processor speed on my machine. Right?
Yeah.
See, this is the processor speed on my machine. Where do you see that? If you go to CPU, so this is the processor speed. right? So 2.6 gigahertz. Okay, and this is an i7 9th generation processor. Clear? And we'll discuss this. What are these logical cores and logical cores? We'll discuss that later, as and when required. Right? And one more thing that we discussed is, what is the other thing that we discussed? So when you say system configuration, so what are the details that you have to know? So if someone asks you a system configuration, what are the details that you should tell? So you should tell about your processor model, right? Generation and clock speed of your processor, right? And then memory or RAM, right? RAM capacity. Again, this will also have RAM also will have some processor clock speed. Let me show you that. Right?
Sir,
If you-
clock speed,
What is it?
clock speed,
So see here. So this is the RAM speed, 2667 megahertz. Let me show you that. Right? See, this is your RAM speed, 2667 megahertz. Okay.
Okay.
Or speed. So I'll sublimate it as speed in megahertz. Speed in megahertz. Clock. This processor speed will be measured in gigahertz. Clear, guys? Will be more specific or more clear. Processor speed in gigahertz. Right? And what else, guys? Your disk capacity, right? And operating system, right? So you should, so your system, when you say system configuration, it means your operating system, your processor speed, your processor model, generation, RAM capacity, disk capacity, and all this. Because these are very important for performance testing units. These are very important for performance testing units, guys, particularly, right? Functional testing doesn't require this. Functional testing or automation testing may not be requiring this, but these are important for performance testing. Okay. Now, so having said that, so this is how you have to these are the details you have to know when someone asks you what is your system configuration. Clear, guys? And for this training, as I mentioned before, it's like minimum 8 GB of RAM, 8 gigs of RAM. We also call it as, so GB is also called as gigs. Gigs is nothing but GB. Okay. What is GB? I hope you know this terminology. What is this kilobytes, megabytes, and gigabytes, terabytes? You know that, right?
yes, sir.
So 1 byte is equal to how many bits?
32?
Very good. 8
I'm
bits.
not.
Okay, 1 byte is equal to 8 bits.
Oh,
Right?
sir.
1024 bytes is equal to the next R1. Let me explain in this way. 1 kilobyte is equal to how many bytes?
1024.
1024. Yes, 1024 bytes. Right? Next one.
1
What is the
MB,
next unit? Megabyte.
1024
Yes.
KB.
1024 KB. Right? What is the next unit? One. What is the next unit?
1
Gigabyte.
GB,
Right. GB is equal to, yes,
1024 MB.
24 MB. Right? And next
So-
unit.
1
Next
TB.
unit.
1 TB.
Right. That is equal to 1024
GB.
1024 GB and so on. Right? Terabyte. TB for terabyte. I think next unit is petabyte. Right? Is it? Anyone? What is the next unit? Hmm. 1000 TB is called as 1 petabyte. Isn't it? See here. Petabyte is 1000 terabytes. Or 1024. Exactly, it is 1024. Okay. If you want to be precise, right? So it's 1024 TB. 1 PB petabyte is equal to 1024 TB. Right? Okay. So going back to the computer fundamentals, next important concept that you should know is IP address. Now, what is an IP address? Yes, all these are computer basics. I am repeating one more time. All these are computer basics or computer fundamentals. Every software engineer should know, particularly performance test engineers should know all these details, right? All these fundamentals. So what is an IP address?
Internet.
Yeah. So IP address stands for Internet Protocol Address. So what is that IP? What does that mean? Do a Google search. Open a browser, any of your browser, and do a Google search, guys. So just like, every home has an address, right? Every home or every
302 some.
right. So
It will
every
come like
computer
a port number.
connected, every computer will have some IP address, right? Every computer will have some IP address. So where IP stands for Internet Protocol. Internet Protocol. Okay. And now how to check the IP address of your machine? And IP address are of two types. One is private IP and the other one is public IP. Public IP, right? Now, how to check the private IP? First, let me show you that. Right? Is how to check the IP address, guys? IP
To
address
command
of your
prompt.
machine. Yes.
To command prompt,
Hmm.
we fire the command ipconfig and hit enter. Then we'll give
Right.
the IP address of your system.
Right. Type CMD over here and you'll get a command prompt. So click on that to open a command prompt like this. Right. And now type here, type a command called, yes, someone said that.
ipconfig.
ipconfig. Right. And now what is the IP address of my machine now?
192.168.0.134.
134, right? Right. So this is my IP address. This is my laptop's private IP. Please remember that. So I am connected to Wi-Fi now. You can see here, I am connected to Wi-Fi here. As you can see here, you see, you are seeing my, connection details, Wi-Fi details, right? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
See,
Yes, sir.
TP link Archer. Are you seeing this window? So this is a Wi-Fi symbol, right? This is a symbol of our logo of Wi-Fi, isn't it? So I'm connected to a Wi-Fi. Now my IP address will become IPv4 address is 192.168.0.134. So this is actually 0 only, right? So 0 is pronounced as O. In IT or in software, right? 0 is pronounced as O. Okay. So my IP address is 192.168.0.134. Clear this? And this is private IP. This is called as private IP. Okay. And what is this public IP? There is one more IP address called public IP. So what is this? Let's understand what is this private IP. Public IP. And how to check public IP, right?
Through internet.
Open a browser, any browser, and type what is my IP. Okay, what is my IP address? Can everyone please do that and share it on your share it in the Zoom chat, guys. Open a browser and type what is my IP address. Okay. And go to any of these links. What is my IP address.com or what is my IP.com? Any of these links.
It's 68.180.94.220.
Right. So you can see over here. So this is my public IP. Observe here. This is my public IP address.
Yeah.
103, 140, 231, 234. Right. I'll show you clearly one of the websites show you. So actually this is being covered by some ads, some blocker or some ad. right? So this site will show you clearly, right? That my public IP, see, this is the public IP of my machine now, 103, 140, 231, 234, right? So this is my public IP. Right now I am connected through what is ISP,
Internet service provider.
right? So ISP stands for Internet Service Provider, right? So I am having, like, just like Act FiberNet, we have Zoom Fiber. So I am having Zoom Fiber solutions, right? This is my ISP, and it is showing my location also, right? Right. See, if someone commits some, some cyber threat or something, causes some cyber threat, or someone is doing some cyber crime, right? So this is how, like, cyber crime police will be able to track that person, isn't it? So every computer connected to the internet will be having some IP address. Suppose you make some purchase on Flipkart or Amazon, right? So all these details will be stored over there, right? Suppose if you are posting something on Facebook, right? All these, your public IP address will be stored and tagged along with that post. Facebook will be having those details. Facebook or Twitter or any other, social media or anything, any other website will be able to, they will store your information whenever you are placing some order on Amazon, let's say, for example, right? So Amazon will be having those details, your public IP address also, from where that order was placed. Understood, guys?
Yeah, it shows our location, right?
Yes, it will show the location. It will show the, they will be easily able to track all the details. So this is the way,
Yeah.
like, they will be able to track all the details, right? So, like, a couple of years back, one of my, so there was someone, used a credit card in an internet center, and he purchased, laptop with someone else's credit card, right?
Okay.
And that was, one of my relatives. Like, he used one of my, he used one of my relatives, ID card as address proof, right? And he purchased
Okay.
laptop with someone else's credit card, which he, like, uh, which he had stolen from an internet center, right? Of course,
Camera.
long back, it's very long back, around like 10 years back, this happened actually. So you got it right. So one guy, like, placed an order for a laptop. He bought a laptop using someone else's credit card, right? This guy was working in an internet center. He has stolen the credit card number and details, other details of some other person, right? Of course, right now we have OTPs. At that time, there were no OTPs. So before this OTPs came into picture, and he
Hacked
bought a
it.
laptop on a website, right? And he used, like, one of my friends, or, ID proof or address proof for getting it delivered, right? So, and that guy, obviously, that credit card holder placed a complaint with the cybercrime police station, and this is how they were able to track. This is how they were able to track the internet center first, and they went to internet and they checked the CC camera over there. At that time, who used that particular system, right? So
Hacking.
yes, so every not hacking actually. So he has stolen the credit card number and he misused the credit
Oh,
card.
okay.
Okay. So basically, every computer. So again, observe here. So internet center, see, 10 years back we used to have those internet centers. 10 to 15 years back we used to have those internet centers and all, right? And a internet center contains a number of systems, right? Let's say 5 computers or 10 computers, 10 cabins and all, isn't it? So how they will be able to track that theft has happened, that fraud has happened from only a particular computer is with the help of private IP.
Yes.
Even at your home, when you have, like, two computers connected to your 2 or 3 computers connected to your Wi-Fi, right? Each computer will have its own IP address, and that is called as private IP. Got it, guys? And what is public IP? This public IP corresponds to my Wi-Fi network. My Wi-Fi network will have one public IP, one single public IP. And inside that, at my home, if there are, more than 2 devices, see, even a phone also will have an IP address. Even a smartphone will have an IP address, right? Not a normal phone. Every smartphone also, which can connect to internet, like it will have an IP address.
Yes.
Clear? And that address, that IP address is called as private IP.
Yeah.
What is the difference between public IP and private IP? So I will summarize it. So private IP means within your network, IP address within your network. That is called as private IP.
Okay.
IP address within your network. Network means within your router. If you have a Wi-Fi router, so within your that all the devices connected to that router will have different IP address. Even a phone will have different IP address. You can check the IP address on your mobile also, right? So can you please check, after the session, please check your IP address of your mobile and post it in the Zoom chat, right? Post it in the WhatsApp group. Okay. So IP address within your network, this is called as private IP. Okay. Let's say someone is staying in a PG here, right? Let's assume. So in a PG, you will have one network, Wi-Fi network, and there will be hundreds of laptops and mobile phones connected to them, isn't it? So there should be a way to identify each and every device connected to the network, isn't it? So that this private IP provisions that, or this private IP allows to track each device connected to that network. Now public IP means to the external world, IP address to the external world. Okay, I want to give some example over here. Suppose if someone is so you are staying in a multi-storied apartment, right? Let's say you are staying in a multi-storied apartment, and there are number of flats in that building, right? Suppose if one of your neighbor asks you, so where do you stay, right? So you say flat number 101 or flat number 201 or 301 or something, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. So that is that is the address within the community, within that apartment, isn't it? Or suppose there are A block, B block, C block. So you say like I stay in A block 405 or something, right? So that is within your community or within your apartment. But if an outsider asks you where do you stay, you will not say I'm staying in 405 or something. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. So you will say that I am staying in some Aparna Sarovar, or I am staying in some my home hub or something like that. Yes or no? Or you'll say
Yes.
your apartment name. If you say we don't have apartment name, you say the plot number, right? So that
Yeah.
is something like your public IP, isn't it?
Yes.
Right? So understood the analogy, right? Understood the real world example for this private IP and public IPs, right? So private
Yes,
IP
sir.
means IP address within your network, and public IP means IP address to the external world, right? So this is the difference between public IP and private IP. Now IPv4 and V6. IPv4 and V6, I will cover that also. V4 means version 4. Version 4 and version 6. So let's understand what is this IPv4 and IPv6. So if you remember, if you observe here, so here it is showing some IPv6 address also. See here, IPv4 address, IPv6 address. So what is this IPv4 and what is this IPv6, right? So I'll take some real world analogy for this one also. So if you remember the first time, mobiles, we got these mobile devices, right? We got these mobile phones. Our mobile numbers used to start with number 9, right? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Right? 15 years back when we got mobile phones. So all the mobile numbers used to start with number 9, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Thereafter, we got number 8.
8.
Right? 9 series. First we got 9 series and then we got 8 series. Why? What is the purpose of 8 series? Or why 8 series came into picture?
This 9 series got over. There
Right.
was
All the 9 series numbers got exhausted. Right. All those combination numbers got exhausted, and then they started 8 series. And then they started 7 series and then 6.
765 like that.
Right. 7, 6, 5 and so on. Right. So in the same way, all the IP addresses, once all the IP addresses in IPv4 terminology, IPv4 standards, they got exhausted, right? Then IPv6 was introduced.
Okay.
As simple as that. That is the difference between IPv4 and IPv6. This is the latest standard. Okay. Just like, do we have 5 series already in India? I don't think so. I'm not sure. Of course, I'm not sure. So I know only 6 series. I don't know 5 series. If we have 5 series or not. Anyways, so once all these 9 series, 8 series, 7 series got exhausted, I think we have 6 series now. 6 series mobile numbers, right? So in the same way, like just because IPv4 addresses, all those combinations, all those got exhausted, right? They brought in World Wide Web, right? There is something called World Wide Web Consortium. Right? They have brought this they have brought this IPv6, sorry, right? After IPv4, recently they have brought in IPv6 to accommodate, few more IP addresses, because more and more devices are coming into the market, right? Clear, guys?
Yeah.
Yes,
Now
sir.
let's see what is host name. What is meant by host name? So host name is nothing but your system name. Okay. And how to check your system name? So go to the same command prompt and type host name over there. Can you please do that? Please do that, guys. Go to your command prompt and type host name, please. And ping me your computer name, please. Okay, in the Zoom chat. I want to make sure that everyone is following the commands and everyone is using that.
Okay.
So that this is your host name now, right? Or this is your computer name. Okay. Laptop 912-9i2cs92s something, right? 9i2cs92s. Okay. Now, if you want IP address, type IP config, not IP address, type IP config. IP config without space.
IP config.
Yes. Enter. Click enter. So, what is your IP address? So, this is your IP address, IPv4 address. Okay.
So 192.168. Okay.
86.29. That is IPv4 address. That is your IPv4 address.
Okay.
Okay. Stopping us.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't get. I am giving capital letters, I think so.
Okay. And one more thing, another way to check the host name is, so you can go to your desktop, this PC properties again. It will also show your host name or laptop name. See here, or device name, right? It is showing here device name, isn't it? Dell XPS 7590, right? That is the same thing that you are seeing here. So this is the device name, or this is the current. This is my current laptop name, and of course you can rename it, guys. Please understand that you can rename that. Got it? You can rename that and change it whatever you want. And one more thing, this is your operating system, right? It is also showing you, this window will show you your device name, processor details, right? And RAM capacity and device ID, product ID not required for me. So it is a 64-bit operating system and I am having Windows 10 Pro on my machine, right? And all these details. So you get these details also, your host name and host name details from this window as well. Host name and your system configuration details as well. Clear, guys?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. So that is about host name. And LAN and WAN. You might have heard these terms many times, right? So what is LAN and what is WAN? LAN
Local
stands
area
for
network and
local,
wide area network.
yeah, local area network, and WAN stands for wide area network, right? Now, what is ping command? What is the purpose of ping command, right? So ping command is used to, suppose if you have 2 or more devices connected to the same network, right? So to communicate, if you want to check if both the devices are able to communicate with each other, we use this ping command. I'll show you once we go to test executions, right? Then we will be using multiple machines at that time, right? We'll be using more than one machine at that time. At that time, I will show that ping command and what is the purpose of that ping command. Right? Command prompt, everyone knows that how to open a command prompt and what is the purpose of command prompt, right? And in command prompt, there are two types of command prompts. One is normal command prompt. The other one is elevated command prompt. Elevated command prompt is nothing but command prompt with admin privileges. Okay? Command prompt with admin privileges is called as elevated command prompt or admin command prompt. Okay. Suppose if you type here CMD and type enter, right, you get a normal command prompt. This is a normal command prompt. Here you can see the title. It will just have command prompt. So, however, if you want, so now what is the, why do we need to know admin command prompt is we cannot execute all the commands from normal command prompt. Sometimes we may need to have admin privileges to run some commands, right? And how to open an elevated command prompt is once you see this command prompt, right? So here you have an option called run as administrator, right? You are seeing that option, right? So once you type command prompt here, right, you see something called run as administrator, right? So use that option and you will get an administrator command prompt. You see over here, right? Now the title is administrator command prompt, right? Now you will have all the admin privileges. You can execute any commands which require admin privileges on your machine. Clear, guys? So this is called as elevated command prompt. Elevated command prompt or administrator command prompt, right? Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
And next one is next important computer fundamental that you should know is firewall. About firewall. Now, what is a firewall? Right? What is a firewall? In the Windows search box on the bottom left, you have Windows search box, right? So type firewall.cpl over there. Please, everyone, please do that, guys, along with me. Type firewall.cpl over here in the Windows search box. See this bottom box, right? The box on the bottom left next to that Windows icon. This is called as Windows search box, right? Over there, type firewall.cpl. CPL for control panel. CPL is nothing but control panel. Type firewall.cpl and hit enter, right? Or select that. Hold on. Here my system is hanging actually. 1 second, I'm unable to type it. Yeah, now I got it. Yeah, now you see here, right? You got a window called Windows Defender Firewall, isn't it? Hey, my system is hanging somehow, so I'll look into it. What is that issue? Okay. So, but this is what I am speaking about, or I am talking about Windows Defender Firewall. And what is a firewall? What is a Windows Defender Firewall? You can read that over here. See, please observe, read this part. Windows Defender Firewall can help. Guys, am I audible, guys?
Yes, we are able to hear.
Okay. So Windows Defender Firewall can help prevent hackers or malicious software from gaining access to your PC through the internet or a network, right? So what is this firewall, guys? Your firewall will keep on protecting your system from hackers or malicious software. What is meant by malicious software? What is the meaning of malicious?
Any mistake?
Dangerous. Malicious means dangerous. Okay. So malicious software means something which is intended to do harm, right? Or dangerous. General meaning of malicious is dangerous, which does some harm, right? So Windows Defender Firewall can help prevent hackers or malicious software from gaining access to your PC through the internet or a network, right? And your firewall will be protecting your system, but this is a basic protection only, guys. Please understand that it will not be able to avoid all the attacks completely. This will protect you from basic threats only. Okay. And that is why we need to have antivirus software also. Apart from this Windows firewall, we should be having some antivirus software also installed on our machine. Right? So this is about firewall, right? This is the least minimum thing that you should know about firewall. Okay, so I'll stop it here for today. So we'll continue tomorrow, guys. Let me pause recording and yeah. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, so subscribe and turn on all notifications, guys. Please subscribe and turn on all notifications so that you will get free demo sessions and new batch updates. Okay. So this is my YouTube channel. Let me quickly show you that this is, you can, once you go to YouTube, if you search for software performance testing real-time training, you'll get my YouTube channel. Let me quickly show you that. Okay. Software performance testing real-time training, and you will get my YouTube channel. You can reach my YouTube channel. This is the channel logo that I have been using, right? So with 3,500 plus subscribers. Okay, so subscribe to this YouTube channels and turn on all notifications. That is important to receive free demo sessions, new batch updates, as well as frequently I'm posting interview questions as well on my YouTube channel like this. Let me quickly show you that. I'll be showing in the community. I'll be posting. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you some updates and interview questions that I have posted previously, recently in the recent past. Right. So by the way, we are starting free spoken English classes for our current and previous batch students, performance testing training students. Right. So we are planning to start it from this weekend. Please enroll for that if you want to join that. For those who are not, my previous batch students or current batch students, you can also join with some nominal fees. And please ping me on my WhatsApp number. Okay, this is, please ping only on WhatsApp base. So this number has only WhatsApp. So please ping me on WhatsApp. All right. And this is how I will be posting the interview questions, like, some, right? What type of testing can be performed by Apache JMeter tool, right? And I'll be posting some referral openings on my YouTube channel. This is our classroom in Madhapur branch, guys. All right. So, and so for every batch, I will be conducting weekly assessments, and these are some screenshots of those weekly assessments. Okay. Okay. Thanks for joining us. I will be closing the session for today. We'll be continuing tomorrow. So I will share this, hey, one more thing. So please ping me your Gmail ID so that I will share this batch tracker and I will share the course contents. If someone did not receive that, so please ping me your Gmail ID. I'll be sharing this batch tracker with you so that you will know like what concept is covered on each day and all. All right. Ping me your Gmail ID, right away in the Zoom chat. Please do it, guys, now. So I am going to start JMeter from next Monday. So today is Tuesday, right? So I am going to start JMeter from next Monday. That is 6th Feb, guys. Okay. 6th Feb, I am planning to start JMeter. So it will take
morning. What timings in your timing? Morning or evening sessions?
morning session, this morning time, IST morning time.
Okay.
So most probably we'll be having from next Monday onwards, we'll be having from 9 to 10 a.m. IST. Okay. Timings not at fixed actually. So we will decide based on the majority people convenience. Once the other batch guys also join, right? So there is one current load runner batch that is going on, which will be completed today or tomorrow. They also will be joining.
If you have 9 to 10 means for me, it's 9:30 to 10:30 will happen. Please make sure.
Yeah, I will come to that. We'll discuss that. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I said, right? So timing's not yet decided, not yet fixed.
Yeah. Sure.
We can make it plus or minus half an hour. We can adjust by.
That is okay for me.
Okay. So I'll be starting JMeter from February 6th, right? And load runner will be started in the evening batch, IST evening batch. Okay, from February onwards. Almost like second fortnight of February. Right?
Load runner is in evening session. What timing in your IST time? Evening time means
7 to 8:30 in the evening. So right now I am having one evening batch for JMeter. Once JMeter is completed in that batch, I will be starting load runner in that batch, that evening batch. Okay. So if you attend parallelly, you can complete both of the tools in 2 months. But if you want to attend one after another, it will take 3 months minimum.
Okay.
Minimum 3 months. Okay. Because we'll go like, see, you can understand, you can just, from what level I have been covering, right? Because we have a lot of people from non-computers background. For example, Vamsi is from non-computers background, right? And many of the students will be from mostly any batch I will be having like civil, mechanical, electrical, VC background guys, right? So I have to cover from these kind of basics, okay? These kind of, computer fundamentals. So definitely like it will take like, time for me for each tool. All right, so I'll close the session for today, guys. And thanks for joining and have a nice day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And this is my WhatsApp number, guys. So please save this number and guys in your address book. Otherwise, you will not get the notifications. Okay. So unless until you save my contact number, you will not get my notifications. Okay. And subscribe and turn on all notifications again on my YouTube channel, please.
Okay.
So all right, then have a nice day. I'm closing the session for today.